Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear students, I would like to explain to you how to write reference to the context of the verses of the surahs. Here, the verses of Surah Al Zilzal. I have already taught you a common reference to the context of the verses of the surahs. Here, I would like to explain to you how to write reference to the context separately and briefly for each verse, for each ayat. Okay, so you can see here. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Question will be like this: Tarjim wadhkur marji'a hadhihi ayah. Translate the following verses with reference to the context. This question will be the first one. Either you will be given ayat from Surah Al Qadr or from Surah Al Zilzal. First, you will have to write the translation of the verses, the given verses. You will have to write exact translation of the given verses, then reference the context. Okay, let us see here. First ayat, إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا. Just write the exact translation. When the earth will be shaken with its final earthquake. إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا. When the earth will be shaken with its final earthquake. That is the translation of the given verse. Now, reference the context. This verse is taken from Surah Al Zilzal. This ayat or this verse is taken from Surah Al Zilzal. And when you mention the surah's name, it is the 99th surah of the Holy Quran. Just give the position of surah in the Holy Quran. It is the 99th surah of the Holy Quran. Then where was it revealed? It was revealed at Madinah Munawwara. And how many ruku and how many ayat are there? It has 1 ruku and 8 verses. Now, regarding the given verse, in this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions regarding the final earthquake of the Day of Judgment. Okay? If you want to write more, you can do so, but after studying well. Second ayat is given here, وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا. And the earth will throw out its burden. وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا. And the earth will throw out its burden. Reference the context. This verse is taken from Surah Zilzal, or this ayat is taken from Surah Zilzal. It is the 99th surah of the Holy Quran. It was revealed at Madinah Munawwara. It has 1 ruku and 8 verses. Now, regarding the ayat, in this verse, in this ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes the situation of the Day of Judgment. When the earthquake happens, the earth will throw out its burden. Okay, next ayat, وَقَالَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا لَهَا. And the man will say, what is the matter with it? What has happened to it? Okay, وَقَالَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا لَهَا. Just write the exact translation of the given verse. And the man will say, what is the matter with it? Or what has happened to it? Reference the context. This verse is taken from Surah Al Zilzal. It is the 99th surah of the Holy Quran. It was revealed at Madinah Munawwara. It has 1 ruku and 8 verses. This is a common reference for any ayat of this surah. Okay. Now, regarding this ayat, when the final earthquake happens, man cannot believe his eyes. He will cry out in utter astonishment. What is the matter with it? What has happened to the earth? What has happened to the earth? Next ayat. بِأَنَّ رَبَّكَ أَوْحَى لَهَا. Because your Lord has inspired it to speak up. بِأَنَّ رَبَّكَ أَوْحَى لَهَا. Because your Lord has inspired it to speak up. Then reference the context. Similar to the earlier ones, this verse is taken from Surah Al Zilzal. It is the 99th surah of the Holy Quran. It was revealed at Madinah Munawwara. It has 1 ruku and 8 verses. And regarding this ayat, on the Day of Judgment, the earth will tell its news because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has inspired it to speak up and tell its news. So by the order of Allah, the earth will narrate its stories. It will tell its news. Okay. Now, وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَهُ. The last verse of this surah. So, these are a few selected verses from the surah. Total, there are 8 verses. So, 5 verses are given here. Okay, you can see the meaning, translation. And whoever has done an atom's weight of evil will see it then also. So, you'll have to give the exact translation at first. And whoever has done an atom's weight of evil will see it then also. Now reference the context. Similar to the earlier ones, this verse is taken from Surah Al Zilzal. It is the 99th surah of the Holy Quran. It was revealed at Medina Munawwara. It has 1 to 8 verses. Then regarding this ayat, on the day of judgment, man will be shown all his deeds. He will have to face his actions, whatever he might have done in this world, good or bad. No one can escape from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's judgment. It's a brief explanation. If you want to write more regarding the explanation of these verses, you can do so. You can write more, but after studying well, each ayat is tafsir, its explanation. Okay. Now, the first question, as I told you, the first question will be the verses from these surahs, from either from Surah Al Qadr or from Surah Al Zilzal. So we'll have to study well all the verses of the surahs perfectly well, then reference the contest. Surah Al Qadr has 5 verses. You will have to study the translation of all the 5 verses perfectly, and Surah Al Zilzal has 8 verses. You will have to study the translation of the verse, all these verses, and just remember how to write this reference to contest. Okay, you can score full marks, inshallah. So let us stop here. Inshallah, we'll meet you with the next video. Till then, ma'assalama. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.